all eight, book your date. We are back, episode 14. In other words, all eight. We are back alongside me, Adrian Pavata. I'm Angelo Rousseau. We're gonna feed you tonight with a lot of info, fruitful, juiceful, talk about even our guest,
Wisdom.
wisdom. Talk about it. So vanaand gaan ons vir jou feed because all eight is
Binne. Ons is binne.
ons is altyd binne.
We are back.
Here we go.
First, stop before you do anything else. Hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, and obviously like the content we give you. And once again, we'd like to say thank you to our viewers for sharing the love. And we hope to feed you guys with great content and some stories that you guys can take and cherish. And also, just what we're gonna cap today, we're gonna go over some results of the URC Super Rugby, as well as obviously congratulations to our Super League A rivals, Emmys, for winning the Saldanha
Tournament.
top 8 tournament, and then obviously Gardens winning the tournament, the Ibrahim tournament there
Ibrahim Patel.
in SVD in George. Well done, boys.
Big up to Robertson Town as well.
Big up to Robertson Town for making the final, unfortunately losing out to that. And if you look at the lineup today, we have obviously amazing rugby players, students,
Learners.
Milnerton High students for that matter.
Lalies is binne.
Bunnies is binne.
Here we go.
Great festival they had this weekend. Kersney Festival. Great rugby performed by the team and obviously by these two gentlemen that's gonna join us.
Yeah, personally for me, I think their name is already out there in the school rugby, but this past weekend, I think they put it above the map.
No,
Because
I think they were
great performance.
outstanding. But we're not gonna keep you guys waiting. Our guests tonight, the Sellidon Twins, Chadlin and Chadwin. Welcome, boys.
Boys, here we go.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, Chadwin and Chadlin Sellidon, the Sellidon Twins. We have here with us tonight. Obviously, they had a cracker of a weekend in the Kersney Festival. Obviously, Chadwin getting the best fly off of the tournament. And that's something what achievement with the big schools around Westville, Monash, Glenwood, and all that big schools, Durbanville High School that also played there. And his brother obviously breaking the line most of the times, and that's almost like a soek vir mekaar.
Call him a line breaker. A
Hulle soek vir
line
mekaar.
breaker.
But anyway, guys, firstly, welcome, and we're gonna get straight started with you, Chadlin. Firstly, who is Chadlin and who is Chadwin? But let's ask you first. Who's Chadlin Sellidon, and where do you come from, and primary school you were at, and where you currently at life and in life?
Oh, I'm Chadwin Sellidon, born and raised in Ravensmead, 7493 Entertainment, representing the home community. So I'm a chilled guy, just like to spend time with my family. Don't like a lot of friends. Just a few.
Girlfriend?
Oh, just one.
Just one. Oh, just one.
Yeah.
Very important.
Somebody was very moeilijk in.
So I started my rugby career at Parow Valley Primary School. Then a few years later, went to HTS Bellville. Didn't go so great there. Moved on to better, I might say, Milnerton High School. I mean, living the life.
Just
Soft life. Huh?
Doing great things at Milnerton. Making history. Just can say it's a dream for any young boy to be at a school like that. But I'm privileged to have gotten this opportunity by Coach Bobby and his staff. So that's basically why I'm.
Chadwin, a bit about you?
So I'm Chadwin Chadlin. We two different people. I am family orientated, but don't like going to family gatherings and stuff because, like, yeah, they sometimes not normal. So yeah, obviously I heard Parow Valley Primary School. I actually didn't play rugby at first. I played cricket. So yeah, and then when I moved to high school, we started my rugby career basically on fullback actually, where he played fly off, but he did not want to pass, so then they moved him to fullback. So yeah, I think that's where it all started, and then moving to Milnerton, of course, which possibly was the best option for both of us. I mean, getting the exposure at Milnerton High School, so yeah.
So, boys, what made you fall in love with the game of rugby? Chadwin.
Honestly, just watching like firstly watching Tigerberg. I mean, going there every Saturday to watch club rugby. So I think that's just like the family that they have there for the community and stuff. The love they have for the community is like just not that I want to play with Tigerberg. Obviously, I have bigger goals set for myself, but
Definitely.
just watching them and like just watching them made me fall in love with the game, and ever since that, it's been my dream.
I assume obviously the same for you because sy's 'n groot dier. Talk us through. Also, you guys made history last year, beating Rondebosch and Bishops, beating both that prestige schools at their own home ground. So, how was the feeling? And obviously, you scored the winning try against Bishops. I'm not too sure who scored the winning try against Rondebosch.
Keegan Wood.
Keegan Wood, yes, Keegan Wood. So talk us through the moments in that historical victories.
Halftime speech from Coach Bobby and the staff members switched a few boys on. I mean, the captain, Frank Itemana, gave us another speech right after that, scoring the first try that leads to the comeback. Pushed the boys and just motivated them that the Rondebosch is just a school, it's just a name. We're all human. So it's about whoever wants it the most. And for us as a small school, as people call it, playing against Rondebosch at their own home ground, coming back from 33-3 to getting the victory 34-3 was a big moment for the school. First time that they ever beat a big school. But it was a great feeling with the team that we had. And just made everyone proud.
100%. Then, Chadwin, based on that, what is the hardest part about balancing school and rugby? Because I know at this stage, rugby is a big thing in school, or school rugby for you guys, it's a big thing. How do you guys balance academics and sport? Because that's a difficult one.
Honestly, it all comes down to discipline and your time management skills. Because like the discipline you have to like come home in the afternoon and be tired and all, still to take out your books. It comes down to discipline, and your time management skills comes in at like, I'll study like 2 hours or 3 hours. I'll take an hour this book, hour that book, and then maybe I'll do that the same tomorrow. So, but I'm not gonna lie, it is tough balancing both. I mean, first-hand experience, matric this year, so it is tough balancing both. But we're getting there. Yeah.
And then if we look at, we spoke about briefly about obviously the win against Rondebosch and Bishops, but obviously this weekend was also a good test for Milnerton High School, first time at the Kersney Festival, and it went well for us. We obviously came out with one win out of 3, but to be honest with you, the way we played, or the way Milnerton High played, was obviously exceptional. Running rugby, exciting rugby, and obviously, if you look at your drop goal against Glenwood, if I'm not mistaken, from the halfway line, what went through your mind there? Because I mean, it was
Big moment. Like this. It's a big moment.
There to win it for Milnerton. It comes back. Oh, he's going for the drop goal. Has he got the distance? He's got the direction. It is.
So it's like kick the ball in, like they scored, and then they fullback kick missed. Then I saw it was a 10-point lead. I knew we needed a penalty, and I tried to like equal the game. And then we got the ball back, or they knocked the ball on and we got it back. And I just told the Roos to pass the ball. And when I glanced up, I saw like 4 or 5 Glenwood players in front of me, and like no one around me. So it was in a split second. I just thought, go for it. And then I just did the drop goal, and surprisingly went over. I thought it was gonna go short, but surprisingly went over. So
What a moment. Johnny Wilkinson. Johnny Wilkinson is in the house. Split second.
Listen,
Talk about it.
And for a short guy, you have massive power in terms of kicking. And I mean, you as well. I think you guys complement each other. And are you guys always looking for each other on the field, or is it just like a coincidence that you guys are next to each other when they kick the ball? Chadlin, sorry.
I mean, in the team, there's like a few guys the team depends on to do certain things. So we're always trying to find each other in the game so that they can be entertaining rugby for the crowd to watch. And just so there could be a bit of flair. And because we understand each other so well, it's very easy to find each other on the field for us and not to make the team look bad. So we always do it just to entertain people, entertain the crowd.
Entertainers. Yeah, we go entertainers. Then boys, for the two of you, what was the one moment in your short rugby career so far that both of you can remember in? Is this still a wow moment?
The winning kick against Rondebosch.
In view?
Yeah, I think it was the winning kick against Rondebosch. I mean, when that happened, I honestly didn't look at the scoreboard, so I didn't know what was the score. So it was just like, for me, it was just another kick. So, but then when I came back, everyone was like going on and stuff, and then I saw the score, it was 34-33. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, we go. Ik weet dat is altijd easy bij Rondebosch en het is ook easy bij Rondebosch te beaten. But at that stage, niemand kan het wegvatten. Niemand kan het wegvatten. Jullie het Rondebosch gemoos. En het is klaar wat het zo is. So dat gaat difficult wees voor een next groep om weer bij Rondebosch te winnen. Verstaan? Jullie mag het al weer die jaar doen, de mensen het nooit. So all the best there, boys.
We came short against him this year. First game of the league, unfortunately. But great game, we were leading. Halftime 17-7, I think.
Yeah.
And we ended up short. But obviously there is like this, let's put it out, you have like this big role models and people you look up to and you like started your journey from a young boy, and you obviously growing now, and you have a vision and a dream. Who was your, so to say, role model growing up, Chadlin?
Damien Willemse. He's a great looking guy. His background story, where he comes from and what he went through to get to the place where he is now. I mean, he's a Springbok World Cup winner and two World Cup winners. So I just really look up to him, and I like the way he plays, his fashion. I mean, many people don't like it and say things about him.
Not many people, the All Blacks. The All Blacks don't like it. All Black supporters don't like the way he plays. But we as Springboks, we like it. Just to be clear.
Yeah, we love it.
Exactly.
I think we are much alike on the field. We do the same things. He just does it with a bit more effort because I'm a lazy guy. So yeah, but I really look up to him as a person. He's a very humble guy, and I just wish I could have the same aspects as him. You know, to be humble and not get big-headed as Mr. Parvata, but I mean, yeah, so Damien Willemse is my rugby role model.
And you was Chadwin?
So honestly, Bodum Barrett. Been watching him since I was a young kid. From the first time they won the 2015 Rugby World Cup, when he scored his try against Australia. So yeah, I just like the way he plays. Like that time he was on fire too, back-to-back Player of the Year. I mean, he was the only top 20 try scorer, a fly-off top 20 try in the top 20 try scorer. So yeah, he still is my role model.
100%. Then boys, one last question from me. What is your pre-game routine, or what do you do before a game to get in that mood? Because Ik geloof, ik moet lekker eten die ochtend. Solid breakfast, dat is ik in die mood voor rugby speel. Van ze weet maar zo week, sommige ouders gaan weer eten, ik kan ongelooflijk bij eten. Die ochtend voor een game. So dat is mijn routine. So wat is jullie routine? S'ochtends voor, zeg maar jullie spelen nou 6 of een Rondebosch. Dan weer eens een big game. Skade, ja. En jullie weet bij 6 is het niet makkelijk van als hij mensen zijn been beginnen spelen. Dan speel hij mensen een different ball game. So wat is jullie routine om uit hij te zo'n en binnen jullie game in te zo'n?
Yeah, breakfast very important. Must be important,
Vital.
very important, vital. But obviously your headphones has to be in. Gotta listen to the tunes for the game. So yeah, I think that plays a big role in the way you're gonna play. Yeah,
En voor jou?
that's it for me.
For me, it's early morning, watching the netball, supporting my girlfriend.
Yeah, we go. What is a supportive boyfriend, hè?
Ja, die ook zo'n brownie points.
Brownie points. Zij geeft hem ook brownie points hier.
Yeah, just supporting her. Early morning after a game, you know, sitting together watching rugby. Before my game, listening to everyone saying that yeah, we gonna win and must just enjoy it and have fun. You know, going out on the field in the warm up, just doing my own thing. Then just going on to what Coach Bobby says, listening to coaches and you know, very important. I'll agree on that. Breakfast, it's vital. You know, but
Geen vol maak.
Je moet volmaken, vital. Vital.
yeah, just talking to a few parents, watching rugby, congratulating the younger kids at our school, under 14, 15s, on their victories, and just watching everyone do their thing.
That's a hype for you.
Must be.
Yeah,
That's a hype,
we
that's a hype.
go.
So listen, there's one thing I wanted to ask. Favorite foods?
Pizza.
And yours?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. And listen, you guys like pausing, like, I hope you guys are not floating the girls also with you guys, because you guys are kind of identical, isn't it? Nou, jou haar is een beetje hoor, saying. Huh?
Nou, ik denk hij zit hulle apart van elkaar af.
Mm.
So hou het maar, so hou het maar. Van ek dink daar sal 'n beetje confusion kom. As dinge nou equal is bestaan julle. So moenie kyk hulle sê confuse the enemy. Maar moenie die sagtere slag confuse man. Verstaan julle?
And then there's one question I wanted to ask you guys. Aspirations, your goals obviously, I know both of you guys obviously want to play at professional level. Any aspirations on studying and playing varsity cup, etc. Chadwin?
I'm not gonna lie, playing varsity cup is actually one of my goals. Because like been watching varsity cup since I was a young kid. I mean, when CPT last playing the varsity cup, I think that was when I was like most invested in that. But playing varsity cup is one of my goals. Yes.
And yours, Chadlin?
I'm not really interested in playing varsity cup or no studying after school. But it is a good idea to rather go study further and you know express my talent at the varsity cup, because many unions sign players that plays varsity cup, so that is probably the best way to go.
The way to go, yeah.
100%.
I think that is obviously a way to go for a lot of youngsters. Getting the exposure they need. I mean, both of us played varsity cup and we enjoyed it. I mean,
100%.
you get
Lot
to
of exposure.
experience a lot of things and you get to experience.
And I think he mentioned it a very valid point, because this is what all it stands for, studying and doing sport, because we not just only want to do sport or play rugby or participate in any sport.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that each and every youngster who's invested in sport needs to know that study first before you do sport, because sport is just so short, you understand? But if you can study now, grab a degree, come back, it's forever.
Yeah. And like I said, you meet a lot of people and
100%.
you meet legends. I mean, we were fortunate enough to be coached by the legend Chester Williams, God rest his soul, Polako Naradi,
The
Lionel
most
Lionel.
electrifying human being.
And
Mate.
I mean, Polako Naradi also comes from Bellville South, humble beginnings, and he played at the highest stage. So I think for you guys have a bright future ahead of yourselves, and I think you guys can just grow from strength to strength. Stay on the ground, be humble, and
100%.
don't forget, there's a man above that watch over us.
Always.
This is the Sellidon Twins, guys.
Here we go.
Of course,
Rugby. Results,
of course.
fixes. Here we go. Easter is voorbij. Ons gaat mekaar weer kles.
Of course.
Is klaar wat het zo is. Strijd in. Super Rugby.
Super Rugby, we have the Crusaders beating the Blues. Obviously, you don't like that.
Kijk, gelijk zit man. Ik wil waar die Blues moeten vat. Mannen, wat is jullie opinie?
Obviously, Bowden better plays for the Blues, so I would have loved the Blues to win it. So tough one to pick.
So I'm against that. I'm not a Bowden Barrett fan, so I love it when he loses.
Like wel, rivals.
Ja, rivals. Wat gaat die aan, boys? Alsjeblieft. Let's go.
Okay, then the Fiji drew beating the Waratahs, obviously big.
I
28
expected more
points
from the
to
Waratahs,
14.
but sure.
Obviously your team, Moana Pacifica, losing out to the Brumbies 24 points to 0.
Thoughts?
So first loss, maybe second. I mean, only reason I support them is because of Adi Savia. He's
Of
a
course.
great rugby player.
Of course.
But
I would
something
say
I agree.
the
I
world's
agree with it.
best.
The world, of course.
No, don't talk about it. No. Peter 72 is the best loose forward you can get in this game. Unfortunately. Sorry guys.
I picked it up.
Okay, let's go.
And then obviously Chiefs beating the Islanders 46 points to 10.
Run away.
And then the Force drawing to the Hurricanes 17 all.
I still believe in the Western Force week after week. I back them.
You backed them.
I back them. I think the Western Force will play from finals. Thoughts, boys?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Not at all.
You
Unfortunately.
heard it from the Sellidon Twins.
Then-
URC, Edinburgh losing out by a point against the Sharks in the dying moments. Mampimpi scoring. Cook a nuke.
I think he's a great finisher, boys. You can agree with me.
Cook a nuke.
Great
Cook a
finisher.
nuke.
And I think the forwards of the Sharks came to the party once
They made
again.
up.
They made up,
Man
definitely.
up.
About it.
And then the Stormers not playing the best rugby, but coming out victorious 34-29 against Connacht
I
at
think
Cape Town
I think
Stadium.
that this one was great for the confidence boys. So
They still have a chance to make it.
they will make it. Because they're from South Africa.
They need to get 5 points.
Boys,
in the
do you
next
think
game.
Stormers will make it?
With Saturday, yes.
Definitely.
Here we go, Stormers. Let's go.
And then the Blue Bulls beating Munster for the first time in Ireland, 13 points to 16. Tough battle. But it was basically just about who wants it the most, and you could see by the score
Bulls.
tight 13-16.
The Bulls wants it the most. That's what the global verrating van die vloer af hier.
And then
Global boer.
one of the other derbies, Leinster beating Ulster 41 points to 17.
I expected more from this game.
Yeah.
Not a runaway score, but well done.
Obviously, we have our fixtures for the weekend.
Ooh.
First
Let's-
and foremost, obviously the Mana must be
Yes,
first.
but
Obviously.
let's give this fixtures to the Twins. They must say,
Okay, let's give it.
Okay,
to
let's
them.
go.
Let's give it to them. Chiefs versus the Force.
Chiefs.
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 Reds versus the Blues.
Blues definitely all the way.
Gonna have to back the Blues.
So what did you just say? You're backing Barry Barrett.
For once.
Okay, for once, here we go.
Moana Pacifica versus Fiji Drua.
That's gonna be a tight one.
Oh yeah, that is a tight one.
I back Adi.
Okay, here we go.
And you?
I think Addis Ababa.
Addis
Okay.
Ababa.
Islanders versus Crusaders.
I go with Crusaders.
I should go with the Crusaders.
Agree on that one?
100%. We all agree there. And then Brumbies versus the Hurricanes.
Sure. Hurricanes.
Taking the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. Definitely. Most definitely.
I'll
The boys
swing
in
other
yellow?
way. Brumbies.
The boys in
Go
yellow.
with the Brumbies?
Brumbies at home. Brumbies. Definitely. Then we have the URC fixtures. Obviously, we have Lions versus Connacht.
That's a big one.
That's at 4.
That's a big one. Lions all the way, boys. Here we go.
Not so sure.
Not so sure.
Not so
I
sure.
back the Lions.
Back the Lions.
Back the Lions. We have Stormers versus Benetton.
Stormers.
Storms
Once
all the
again.
way.
Stormers, I would say Stormers as well. Forgot about the Glasgow versus the Blue Bulls. That's the first fixture with Cardiff and Munster. Who do you think Glasgow versus Blue Bulls?
Bulls. I go with the Bulls.
I'm a Blue Bulls supporter, so
Makes sense.
Bulls.
Makes sense.
back the Bulls.
Bulls.
It's going to be a tight one for both teams, but I think the Bulls will pull through.
100% Bulls. Boer.
Cardiff versus Munster.
Monster.
Munster.
Munster, definitely. Zebra versus Edinburgh.
Sure. Edinburgh.
I'll
think
say
Edinburgh.
Zebra at home.
Tough call to make, but
Edinburgh.
I go with Edinburgh.
Zebra.
Zebra. Ospreys versus Dragons.
Ospreys.
Ospreys. Ospreys for the win.
Ospreys also.
Ospreys.
And then Scarlets versus Leinster.
Scarlets. I think.
That's a shocking call.
Shocking call. Shocking call.
Leinster.
But
I'm all backing Leinster, yeah.
I'm going with Scarlet, boys.
All
Leinster.
backing Leinster.
Do you want to get a bit?
No, I don't want to make a bet. I don't do bets anymore.
Another game?
No.
And then Ulster versus the Sharks.
Sharks.
Last game.
I think this past weekend's game was a great confidence booster for the Sharks. So they will definitely win now. I think anyone who they play against the Sharks now will face a different Sharks pick.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm also backing the Sharks. I'm Jordan Hendrickson. Lovely person to watch when he plays. So yeah.
We have to go with the Sharks. I mean, it's a. You can basically say a Springbok team.
100%.
There's way too much Springboks in that team, but
But then they play like the Australians. So. And then obviously we have the SA Cup. First and foremost, the Border versus Eastern
I go with
Province.
Eastern Province. I go with Eastern Province.
Eastern Province as well. You guys?
Because
I'm
this
back Eastern Province.
Eastern Province.
Obviously
100%.
a big game. Pumas versus Griquas. Obviously this is the decider. Like who's gonna top the table?
I'm backing my boys by the Greek was the triangle in the back. Dylan Mart, Cameron Nufka, Chadwin Ware, all the boys from the Boland. I'm backing them, so my money's on the Greek was. Although I know the Pumas is strong and well
I'll go with the guys.
oiled machine.
I'll go with the guys in pink. I'll go with the guys in pink.
Okay.
You guys?
I'll back the Griquas.
Here we go.
I'll back the Pumas.
Pumas, Jimmy Stone, hou zijn man uit spannen. Jimmy, kom hou die jong. Jimmy, kom hou die ook keer alsjeblieft, man.
Boland Cavaliers versus Leopards.
Boland.
Yeah, definitely
Boland.
Boland. Boland at home. Cheetahs versus Falke.
Cheetahs is doos. Cheetahs wil hier, ouwens. Die Cheetahs het genoeg verloren.
I think Cheetahs at home, definitely.
100%.
You guys?
I'll go with the Cheetahs.
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 Griffins.
Falke.
Falke. Griffins versus SWE.
Griffins.
SWD. I'll go Griffins as well at home. You guys?
SWD.
I think I'll back SWD.
SWD.
Then obviously the
Boys,
big thing.
We're gonna give the Super League 8 to you as well. Club Rugby in Cape Town.
I'm not gonna
Boys.
say anything.
We're giving it to you.
Okay, so obviously the Super League A, we have big fixtures coming up.
Definitely.
We have Durbanville versus VDE, the Real Madrid fan club right? Who do you guys back?
Van der Stel.
Why Van der Stel?
They're a massive team.
Massive team?
Stewart. Stewart plays there, so I'm backing Stewart.
Okay. So can we compare the VDE with the Sharks with the same thing? A lot of Springboks can't perform. What's a no?
I'd say yes, you can compare them to that because like schools have not been looking so great to their side, so
And they're supposed to finish
kill.
every game.
Okay, then we have Villages versus SK Homers.
Boys, SK, I think SK, on paper they look good.
SK Homers because not a friend of mine but someone I know plays there. Starting 10 there, Ryan Solomon, so I'm backing him.
100%, so you're going with SK?
Yeah.
100%.
I'll go with SK. SK Homes.
Brackenfell versus Maties.
Boys,
Not even a question.
voel ons verdediger nou net. Maties is kwaad. Maties is angry what happened 2 weeks ago. So, be careful. Be careful. So, who you going with?
Matis.
Okay, Maties.
Matis definitely.
Maties, definitely.
Kuilsrivier versus UCT.
I mean, I'll back UCT.
Yeah, because they
I mean,
on a hype after the Varsity Cup.
after the Varsity Cup they had, I'm backing UCT.
And you?
Kuilsrivier.
Baie keer-
Hela boys.
Darren Reuters.
Yeah, we go. Bergie.
Ja.
Bergie boer.
Valsby versus UWC.
Valsby.
Ja, dat moet ik vast bij.
Valsby. Hummel versus Helderberg.
Unimo. I back Kyle Kilmes.
Let's go.
Backing the boys in blue, Unimo.
Unimal, let's go.
Okay, then Super League B, Kalmo versus Hands and Hearts.
Ik ga de internaats.
I'll say Hands and Hearts as well. Kraaifontein versus Bellville, big
Big
one.
derby. Big derby.
I'm going for Bellville. I think Bellville.
Okay, Jonty, I give it to you. I beg you.
Bellville.
Bellville.
CPUT coach Ali them facing Kudut.
Sure.
I'll go CPUT.
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 Franshoek versus Primroses.
Franshoek.
Franshoek in Franshoek, definitely.
Net op Franshoek. Let's go.
And
Karretjes.
then Hamlets versus Bella.
Bella.
En Mamery meneer.
Gaan Mamari.
Ja,
Bella.
nee.
Bella.
Bella. Ik beg Bella. Here we go.
Hamlets. Ik ga
Heini Marcus. Beg you.
I'm going for Zaid's team.
I go
Peet
back-
Lomo.
ik heb
Wie
een
zijn
leuke-
Viergeland?
Ja.
Viergeland. Jullie
I don't think we're gonna lose.
Collegians versus Makassar. I'll go
Collegians.
Collegians,
Yeah,
definitely. And then Amadeus versus NTK.
This is a big one, boys. I don't think this is a massive game because Amadeus on the level, Indication on the level because they came from Super League A to Super League B. But Amadeus shopping list is good. Great players, Emil Boys and Suleiman. A lot of great signings. So
But the result is not always
Correct.
going their way in the pre-season. As you can see, they lost to CPUT the last outing last week, I think.
yeah,
So yeah,
But-
not great for them.
Amadeus.
I'll go NTK.
I'll go NTK.
NTK. I think
NTK.
that one.
NTK. And then obviously, lastly, Super League C. All Saints versus Caledonian Rovers.
All
Go
Saints.
All Saints as well.
Yeah.
All Saints. Then Pinyal Villages Rangers.
Pinel.
Pinyal. Scottsdene versus Violet.
Scottsdene.
I'll
Ik follow hulle so 'n bietjie. Ek gaan met hulle.
Scottsdene.
I'll go Violet. Dikkie all the way. It's a Dick Isaac.
Dick Isaacs binne.
Eerste River versus Gardens.
Eerste dan.
I'll go Eerste River in Eerste River, definitely. And then we have Strand Derby, Strand United versus Strand Liga.
Ek kan nie kies aan die van 'n derby tyd.
I'll go Strand, Strand Liga.
Boys,
I'll go Strand Liga.
julle weet hoe 'n derby. So
Always tight.
my the best team win.
I'll,
My
I'll,
best team
I'll
win.
go Strand. And then Delphi United versus Atlantis.
Going with Delft, Tamati binne. Mr. Bantam. Here we go.
I'll go with Delphi as well. I think Delphi.
I think I'll take Atlantis there.
Atlantis?
Atlantis.
Die alles binne.
Atlantis. ATL. Obviously, Hamlets and Young Stars also share the Easter tournament that was played in Mamery. So well done, guys, on the Easter tournament. And then, guys, we'd like to thank our sponsors,
Here we
FL
go.
Attorneys and SSA Custom Design for the great water, boys. Proe die water daar lekker.
As die kraanwater is, ja.
Here we go. Here
And
we
then
go.
obviously we have the ball drive that we're still currently going. It's last week.
Last week.
For the ball drive. So please, we just want one ball from you guys. Not two, not three. We just want one ball so we can help schools in need and put smiles on young children's faces. Right? And then, Ans?
One thing.
No.
What?
No.
One thing.
No.
Talk about it.
Two.
2.
Nine. Not two.
No, man.
Not two.
I think it's 3. Boys, like, share, subscribe. Ons gaat hom like, share.
Subscribe.
Here we go. Like, share,
Subscribe.
Here we go. Like, share,
Subscribe.